Hey man, you watching Cold Red with the one and only big homie. My big homie, KB. It's up there and it's stuck there. Boom!
Ricardo or more, drink like a boss.
Kravitz. 3 times in a row, hitting that back to back. 3 times in a row, 3 times in a row, 3 times in a row. Yeah. I had to leave that hoe alone to get my mind right. Leave that hoe alone to get my mind right. I'm lying if I said I didn't want it. I could tell by your eyes that you focused. Yeah. Come and hop on this pony. I dive in your ocean. I swear I'm drowning, yeah, I'm drowning, yeah, I'm drowning, baby.
Hey, what up? We in Cold Red. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm your host, the Playmaker. Today we got a very, very special guest in the building. None other than TK Kravitz.
Play, what up?
What's up with you?
Hey, man. I love you, man.
Love you too, man.
Yeah.
It's good to have you here, man. Welcome to the couch.
I'm at home.
At home.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that again.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I got some very in-depth questions for you. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Man, let's get right to it. TK. I would ask you where you from, but the world already know.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want you to do is walk me through your early days. You know, who was TK Kravitz before the world knew your name?
Shit, man. I was from the stories right here. I was bad, man. I was I wouldn't call it, back then they wouldn't call you bad. They call you mischievous.
You was mischievous, huh?
Mischievous, yeah, mischievous. Just always into something, just trying to, just into shit, bro. Always listening, always watching and observing. My elders, my big brother, my father, my cousins. Um, Shit, man, I was outgoing. Um, Shit, I love sports. I was heavy into football, basketball, and then shit, I fell into music, man.
At what age did you find your love for the music?
I was I say about 9, 10. My brother, he came home from doing like a field trip to a studio. Um, he came home with his voice on the CD, and it just blew my mind because having home studios back in the back then it was rare, so hearing your voice um on a CD, just hearing his voice, it just blew my mind. You know, I always thought you had to, just do the extreme, just to actually make that happen. He came home off a field trip, going to the studio, came home with the voice on the CD, and it just blew my mind. And I just shit, I fell in love with it. I was playing football heavy at that point, and I I think that day really just changed my passion. You know,
So going on, you knew you wanted to do music heavily.
hell yeah.
So when did you actually make it to the studio?
Well, that's the thing. So my next door neighbor had a home studio, so that's why I say the home studio was rare. My next door neighbor had a home studio, so I would always hear just original music coming out, his windows. My brother came home from his field trip in the studio, heard his voice. Now I want to do it. So by myself, I'm like 10, 11 years old, knocked on his door, next door neighbor, um, and shit. I was curious. I whoop my kid's ass. They knocking on somebody's door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nowadays for sure. But I was so curious. And he came. He opened the door. I asked him, like, what you doing in there? Like, I hear it. I even looked in his window before. It's in the studio.
You was
I
a
was
nosy little kid, huh?
for sure mischievous. Um, Looked in the window, knocked on the door, and asked my parents for sure, and they let me go. I recorded, and from that day on, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I just been stuck in the studio.
That's what led up to the meeting Cash. How did TK and Cash come about?
I was in Tacoma, Washington, so it's like Seattle, Tacoma. Moved back home, started doing my thing. My pop, he got deployed. He was in Kuwait. So we was just sending demos to my pop, So while he was deployed, me and my brother, we was just in a room in the closet, just, you feel me, just going at it, just recording and perfecting our craft. We sent my pop some songs. Shit, he say, when I get back, this is what we doing, we going. And when you hear that, as a kid, you excited, but you're not really taking it serious. Like you excited, but he got back and shit, it felt like shit the day he got back. To be honest, he was serious. Got back and shit.
He went straight to work.
Before I knew it, I had a van with my face all over it. I had flyers. I had CDs printed up. I had shit. Man, shows.
Was this before TK and Cash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we was just doing our thing around the city, Augusta, where I'm from, and shit, man. Before I knew it, shit, it was going, it was bubbling, it was talked about. It didn't feel normal, if that makes sense. It didn't feel normal. It felt the stars aligned. It felt like, like this was supposed to happen, As a
But
kid, I knew that.
after having such success though, by yourself, what made you
Right.
bring Cash aboard?
So, like I said, it just felt right. Boom, we're going, and at the same time, Cash, him and his brother was on the same type of duo. They was going, and she was doing open mics. We came together, did a song, and after the song, it just shit. We went up to Atlanta doing open mics, and we just looked good together.
Y'all created some of y'all greatest work early. Did y'all have those songs before you got with DTP, or
Yeah.
after?
Which ones you talking about? Mine Right,
Mine
Three
Right,
No.
yeah.
That was after.
Okay.
Yeah, DTP. Shout out to Shaka, Jeff. They took a chance on us. They took a big chance on that. That was just all our potential,
So when you look back at the TK and Cash run, I mean, what did that season teach you about the business?
A lot. You know, when you young and hungry, man. The wolves are wolving, man. If that makes sense. You got to be prepared for this business. You can't let everything affect you. You can't let everything discourage you. You genuinely have to, build that armor, because you gonna come. You gonna come in contact with all different characters, bro, and you got to know and really like kind of figure out your footing in this game and know who's who. Everybody can say they love you, but that's I don't think love is a I think love is an action, not a word. So they gotta show you before you show them your card. So you gotta really feel people out, man.
Okay. Man, y'all had a great run. How did the transition from being a duo to a solo artist reshape your identity? Because now,
Now I've always been with or without my brother. Like I've always been TK. In the studio, I had my own mind. I don't care who's in the room, to be honest. To while we're creating, I'm gonna have my input, and I have a strong one when it comes to music. Ain't nobody tell me about no music, you know. So I've always, stood on that, So it really didn't feel different, other than, you know, I'm having, success, and I can't turn to my brother like, oh shit, but we just did, That's the only part that really was different, which I enjoyed the moments.
Man, I'm looking back at the track record, and you got a proven hit record resume. How do you come up with some of the hits? Do they automatically come to you? Because I've seen you in the studio before, and it's almost like it just come out you naturally. Is that? I mean,
Yeah. I got a song, man, on my project 2.0 called Natural. Shit come natural to me. It really do. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's in my DNA. Like, I I I got it tatted, man. I am music. You know, literally. Like, I got this, man, a decade ago. Um, it's just, I get in front of that microphone, whatever I done went through that day, I'm talking about it. Whatever we talking about, you know, I put it in a perspective of, what can I talk about right now? Just whatever, man. Conversation is key, and I just go in the booth like that.
yeah, because I done seen you in the booth with the lights off, lights on, like just a subtle tone, and it just seemed like it just come out you, right?
Pause.
Huh?
Mm.
You've been in the business, man, and I know you done ran across so many snakes in the grass. My uncle says it's full of shark demons and gangsters, right? What is the biggest business lessons that you've learned that kind of shifted how you move now?
Like I said, shit, you just can't trust everybody. Before I feel like before I feel like now I think of everybody. It's fake until you prove it to me. You get what I'm saying? Man, it's so many. I ain't gonna lie to you, play. It's so many. Get on top of your business. Um, Nobody love you in this shit.
Yeah, this motherfucker is a cold industry, man.
It's cold, man. It's cold. Nobody love you in this shit. Just call it what it is. Nobody love you in this shit. So, everybody want whatever they can get out of you. So I had to learn that early. And still learning that. I can be honest. Still learning that. Because I'm a loving person. If that makes sense. Like, I'm a loving person. So I give you the benefit of the doubt before I just X you out.
Yeah.
But shit, you can't do that.
So tell me, like we big on love. You know what I'm saying? And is that the biggest misconception that artists have today about this industry, thinking that it do love them?
Right. They don't love you at all.
How will we convey that to the up and coming artists who really believe that it's love in this shit?
You
And
gotta look at it like sports. It's generations. It's you had Jordan, right? You had Kobe, LeBron, and then everyone else, right? So it don't stop. It don't stop. You get what I'm saying? So, shit, with or without you, this shit gonna go, and they know that. You get what I'm saying? So you got to make yourself prominent. You got to make yourself just undeniable, and you got to have hits at the end of the day.
yeah,
At the
it's
end of the day, you got to have hits.
definitely about the music.
Yeah.
Because you come from an era of when record labels really controlled the industry before the streams and the internet, right? What was the moment in your career where you had to bet on yourself? I'm talking about without the safety net, without thinking about I'm fucking with the majors, that it's all about TK.
It's been so many of them moments, still going on to this day. But I think when I decided to go solo, apart from my brother Cash, shit, that was I bet on myself 100% again that time, you know. So I'll say that one. And shit, it ain't failed me, you know.
By having success so early in the game, you're considered to be an industry veteran, right?
That's crazy too.
Ain't it though? But you started so early,
I know,
and you're still so young.
It's funny as
You know,
hell, man.
you're OG. How do you manage the pressure that comes with expectations of the fame, you know, and the internet noise?
Shit, I don't really I'm in my own world, bro. I don't. It's like a gift and a curse because I don't listen to the praises and I don't listen to the bullshit, you know. So, and maybe I should listen more to the praises, you know, because you know all around this world, you know, I get you know, love and when I'm out, shit, you know, TK man, I love you, man, boom, boom. And I hear it, but maybe I should take that in more, you know. On the internet, of course, you see bullshit, but I don't listen to that either, you know. So it's like a gift and a curse. Maybe I should, you know, really take that in some more. But I be in my own world, dog.
Yeah, because I've seen you, you know, out and about when you're handling your business, you know, doing tour dates and things like that. When I've had the honor of being present, and I've also talked to you via FaceTime, and I see you fishing, doing the family thing,
Right.
just having fun.
Right.
You know, that's the side that people don't see.
Right.
You know, do you think that you should do more of that?
Yeah.
Let
Hell yeah. I'm pissed off at Boosie, man. I didn't told him too, man. I'm pissed off at him because I should. That's what I do. That's what he do too. He fish. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. But I was pissed off because he went to a private pond and took out about 150 fish, some shit. But it's a stocked pond. It's stocked, right? But what I am envious about is he had the balls to show that side of him.
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, me and Coach Chris always talk about the things that we think you should do.
Right.
Coach Chris is his pops.
Right.
We always say, and he point out things to you that come to life years down the line that he told you 3, 4 years ago.
Right.
This is one of those same situations, huh? But are you open to do it?
Yeah, yeah. Now, but that's the thing, bro. Some people have they nature is to pull out the phone and yeah. And mine is just real life. This is my real life. You get what I'm saying? I do cool shit on the daily. On the daily.
Well, we need the cameras following you around.
Exactly. Don't count on me. Whatever you do, don't count on me to pull this phone out and like, well, I'm in here without. Nah, it's just don't. It's just not. That's not my psyche. You know what I'm saying? Just, I didn't come from that. So I just need a camera on me 24/7.
No doubt. Man, you've done so many features and made so many hit songs that include features that stick, right? What does an average artist have to bring to the table to earn a TK Kravitz verse? Because
Mm,
I know you passionate about the music, so it's it's deeper than the budget for you. You
mm,
know what I mean? So what do you look for?
mm. What are you gonna do after the record is out? Help me help you. You get what I'm saying? What are you gonna do after the record? Are you prepared to push it? Are you prepared to, we doing promo? What we doing? But at the end of the day, I love music, and if you got the budget for sure, the song sounds right. Shit, we rocking. I don't think I ever stopped that, to be honest. I don't. That's just something I'm just accustomed to. To be honest, like features and stuff like that. That's just been my groundwork and my just networking, and I don't think I ever stopped that, to be honest.
Okay. What do you think is one of your biggest songs to date? What do you think your biggest song is to date? Feature or no feature?
I'm obviously
Oceans.
the ocean nigga.
Yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
the ocean nigga, man. But no, it's funny. I would say ocean. Um, Ocean is just it's a classic, bro.
What was the mood for Oceans? I mean, how you grew up with Jacquees,
Mm.
so it was easy for you to. Did you have the song and say, "Man, I think he'll sound good on here," or how did it come about?
Um, I called him to the studio. It's called this. What I wanted him on was Property, which is featured Kiki Palmer. It was me and Kiki. But he was actually supposed to come to the studio and do Property. He was already coming, so it was like, hey, yeah, do this one. I just done it. Come do this one. Um, but my engineer forgot the session, so I'm like, damn, like, shit, what we doing? What a session at? Forgot it, and I already had Ocean pulled up. I already did Ocean like 2 days ago, like two days prior. But all I had was, I'm lying if I said I didn't want it. Boom. Um, that's all. Got in the studio, back in the booth. Next line, next line, and Kui was in there gambling. He was breaking their heads off too. Fool. He was getting it. Put him in the studio. We did his verse, did his side of the hook, and shit. We woke up the next day. We did a in studio video too. Woke up the next day, and shit was viral, bro.
It went this that fast, huh?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I was listening to it earlier, man. That's one of my favorite joints,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question, man. We know we all have dreams. You don't work with some of the biggest artists in the game. Do you have any collabs that you looking forward to these days, or you just kind of, if it's meant to be, it's meant to
It's
be?
meant to be. It's meant to be. Yeah.
I feel you.
Um, bro, like I said, bro, I just love music, and if you passionate about the shit like I am, shit, let's do it.
Let me ask you a serious question. What is something about the industry that people would never admit that goes on every day? Yeah,
Vultures out here. I
the
mean, shit,
fuckery with the contracts,
it's,
huh?
it's, it's vultures, bro.
Okay. Is that one of your biggest moments of truth, dealing with the vultures, like as far as being presented? As long as you've been in the game, do they still try to come with shady contracts and deals with you? Like,
Yeah, you'd be a fool if you think, I haven't had a deal or signed a deal um or whatever, got in another situation just off of just because they don't want to. Nah, I've had I got an email full of contracts. I got an email full of situations and offers, and it's just something that that black and white gotta be right at all times for me at this
right.
point. I didn't sustain this long without it. So, you know,
You travel all over the country, man.
I do,
You got so many places that love you.
by the grace of God.
If you had a spot to say that love you the most, how hard would that be able
It
to
would be
fit?
hard.
Would it?
Yeah, it would be hard.
You think so?
It would be hard. But where we at right now, Milwaukee, I got family here, and when I say family, I mean shit, shit that we done built, man. The bonds I done built here, with you, my brothers, ready, man, it's just chop, man. It's bruh, you know, yeah.
TK, right now as you stand in the industry, you're considered to be a young legend. But when it's all said and done, what do you want the culture to say TK Kravitz contributed to the culture?
That I was always the same. Like my grandma say, um, you treat the CEO of the company like you treat a bum on the street. Um, Humble. Um, Shit, man. Always being me, you know. Shit, bro. I don't even know how to answer that question. It's like if you know me, you know me. It's just like, you know, I don't think nobody can really say nothing bad about me if I ain't mess with one of their girls back in the day or some shit. But other than that, can't nobody say nothing really bad about me, dog. Like, just I'm me, and
No doubt.
I move around this country and this world being me. I don't have to. I don't have no mask on. I don't have no persona. I don't have. I genuinely wake up every day and can be me and get all the shit, all the fruits of my labor from being me, and that's a good feeling. I can wake up in the morning and look my children in the face. I can look my mother, my father in the face, my grandma, my uncles, my cousins, brothers, sisters, friends in the face, knowing that shit, I'm being me, and they know that.
No doubt. So TK, what's the one message, man, you want to leave or you can give to the up and coming artists of this generation?
Yeah, man, stay in that studio. Stay in that studio, perfect your craft. Just because just because it sounds good, um, for that moment, you want to make the best music, uh, to last a lifetime, something that you can tour off of for the rest of your life. Look back and study those great artists, before your time. Um, and some of them still on the road, doing what they love, because it's not always about the money as well. It's about the passion, because that passion don't go nowhere. Just because that don't mean that how you love making music now, that passion don't leave. So you need to make something that, say, if you want to get on that road in 20 years, get up and go do something, you can do it, because that passion don't leave. It ain't always about the money. Make the best music you can make to last a lifetime, that you can do what you love for a lifetime. That's true happiness to me.
No doubt. So if somebody wanted to catch up with you, T, how would they do that?
Shit, man. Shit. Booking. DM. Um. Shit, man. You know how to get at me, man. Shit. Hit play.
Oh, they can hit me.
Yeah.
Y'all can hit me.
Y'all can hit play.
Hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
So TK, man, I want to thank you, man, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come
Vice
sit with
versa.
me on the couch.
Vice versa, bro.
We have a lot of conversations outside of this, but I think this one right here, this in-depth conversation, was for the culture,
Yeah.
for the people who love you,
Yeah.
and for the people who just now getting to know you.
Well, hopefully, articulated, you know, enough to get through. I'm tired, man. I got off that plane, hungry, but hopefully, you know, it got through. I'm just saying, bro.
I'm gonna have to,
I hope, you know, I'm serious though. I hope it, you know, it got through. So yeah,
I definitely
we
think
got
it
more
did,
coming too though.
no doubt. Cold Red, where smoke, there's fire. I'm your host, the Playmaker, and this is TK Kravitz,
For sure.
and we out.